Hello guys, Bitcoin plebs and bulls, welcome to another FU Money, the intra-week video Friday. On Wednesday I didn't do it. I was really busy this week trying to finalize the configuration of the new computer, but from now on I guess I will be able also to stream from outside the studio. So probably you will see a few videos coming in the future, not from here, not with this background, but in live background wherever I am. So that will facilitate my life a lot better, or a lot more in this case. Okay, Bitcoin seems to be going down, so let's see what's happening with the numbers. And right now we have Bitcoin around, let me refresh the page to be sure the numbers are correct. Everything is going down except this shite here, which I don't know what this is. A few other, which no one knows, of course. But number one is going a bit down, 54,000, around 54,900. Let me put this in full screen so you guys can see it better. So yeah, $54,932. That means that in the past 24 hours of spot volume traded, this is around minus 2.93%. Comparing to the previous 24 hours, and the volume traded was 13 billions. So there's less and less Bitcoin being traded. I've been noticing it in the last few videos. We were always around 27, 26, 25 billions in the last 24 hours, and this has been decreasing. So there's a lot less trading of Bitcoin in the last few videos or in the past 1 or 2 weeks. So number two, Ethereum, $4,360. That represents minus 3.42% in the last 24 hours. And the volume traded was $9.47. So these are the numbers for now. You guys know all the rest. I don't give an F. So let's take a look at the on-chain, and I will refresh all the pages and see what's happening. So we are deviating a bit more from the mean. We are just jumping. This is 2 jumps trying to get to the mean again, but we are still not on the average number, which should be just below $100,000. So the on-chain analysis of the stock-to-flow model still not going to the average that we would like. So let's see how this goes to the end of the year. But for now, I guess we are just replicating the first move up from the $29,000 level after the big correction we had on Bitcoin in May. And this is now replicating, but we will see it again on the last chart of today. So don't forget, if you want to ask me any questions, let me see here. Oh, I guess the stream is not going very well, so I don't know what's happening. Wait a second. Let me check. So yeah, I guess it's just going up again. So can you please confirm, guys, that you are seeing everything in 1080p? So please set your YouTube resolution to 1080p and tell me if you are getting the really sharp and crystal clear image, because I'm getting again the impression that the stream is not going very well according to what YouTube is telling me. So please tell me on the chat. I know there's a few people there, so tell me on the chat if everything looks okay on 1080p. Please put a 1, if not put a 0, or you can just write it if you want. So that will be fine. Okay, I will continue for now. I'll just wait for you guys to write something on the chat, please, and tell me if everything... Okay, so sharp and crystal good. Yeah, okay, because I was getting again a message from YouTube saying that the stream is a very low quality, so I don't really understand what's happening with YouTube, but anyway. Okay, moving on to another one, which is the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. Let's see if we are below. I guess we are. I already seen it. We are already below the mean line here on the logarithmic curve. So I can see already a blue dot below the yellow line there. So that means that the support is failing on the mean of this logarithmic curve. So also not a very good sign. And let's check the last one. here our hodl ratio, which is in an uptrend, but still having a bit of a correction there. So nothing to be afraid of. The key word today is patience. So please, guys, be patient. Don't worry too much about this. I already told you in previous videos. That's why I also have not been too worried about putting out some videos this week, because the conditions have not changed very much from the previous video on Monday. And I will show you that just next. Let me just leave this here. So we are now around 55,000. So this has been, and it's turning back up again. So we are having a bit of a dip, but it's turning back up. So let's see the charts and see what's going on here. Okay, so for now, let's take a look at the weekly chart, and here we are. But before that, I would like to take you guys to the total market cap. So we have been decreasing from the all-time high of 3 trillion. We entered the worst case scenario zone, which was the red rectangle, and we are now being supported by the trend line, which started around 28,800 and also touched here the first point of this correction after the first leg up that took Bitcoin to around 50,000, 52 or something, 50,000. Let me check. No, this is total market cap. Yeah, but I remember this was around 51,000, something like that. Okay, so right now we are being supported by this. So this is perfect. This is perfect. This is a textbook maneuver here, correction after resistance found after first leg, wave 1, wave 2, corrective wave, which leaves there a support in case we break to the upside. That's what happened. After the wave 2 correction, we broke this level to the upside. We formed a wave 3, and now we are in corrective wave 4, which is now being supported by previous resistance, now turned support, which looks great. This looks great. So this is perfect accumulation after a corrective wave 4, which is still above the trend line on the total market cap. So everything looks good. I know everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of people are already getting bored with Bitcoin's action, price action, and the total market cap also. And some of them are also worried that this might be the end of the bull market. However, all the indicators tell me that we are still in a healthy bull market. We are still above all the trend lines. So the key word for now is patience. You have to wait for this accumulation to get done and then wait to see what happens. If we continue going to the upside, or if we break this trend line to the downside, which would be the first sign of warning. So for now, everything looks good on the total market cap. The momentum is still up there. The sine wave is getting to the top. The bears are still in control for now, but I guess not really a reason for concern, because Bitcoin has been holding up to the levels of support around 52 to 54,000. So we have not crossed there, but the total market cap looks very good. And this is still a cup and handle. So of course you will get some corrections along the way, but I'm waiting for the next level to be 3.65 trillion, which will be the mark that this cup and handle has designated for the next target. So let's see how that goes. Let's take a look at BTC on the weekly chart. By the way, let me just also take a look at the monthly, because we just started a new month, and the new month is going down. Of course, red candle, and I'm just going to remove all the drawings from here. But we still have a trend line going up here, and we did not cross it to the downside. This looks very bullish, guys, by the way. This structure, this price structure on the monthly chart is really bullish. The RSI is not even overbought, so no reasons for concern also. The MACD is now going sideways. The blue line is going sideways while the orange is still going up. The bars continue to indicate accumulation here. And the third oscillator is now trying to get above the zero line, but we have already 3 green bars, which is also a very good indication that we might be trying to form another rounded bottom here in between $52,000 to $55,000. So the support has been holding the lines here. On the monthly chart, everything still looks good. All the indications are that we are still in a bullish momentum. So I don't have any reasons to be concerned. This is, of course, the candle for December. We started on the red, but everything is still possible till the end of the month, until the end of the year. We will close the month and the year next 31st of December. So let's see how that ends. But for now, everything looks still in a bull momentum overall. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly chart, and we will let me just put on the drawings here. So we are still on the ascending triangle. We had the fake out, getting out of the triangle, finding support on the top of the triangle, then coming back down, and we are now again inside this triangle and in a new descending channel. So I will see if this channel is broken to the upside. That is very bullish, so we have to keep a look on that on the weekly chart, but also on the daily chart you can see it better. The candles that will probably get above this trending channel here. So let's see how that goes. But for now, everything looks good on the weekly chart. We still have all the moving averages in order. The 20, the 50, the 100 and 200 periods are still in order. The volume continues to decrease, and that's also one of the reasons I said at the beginning of the show that the trading volume has been decreasing in the past 2 weeks. We came down from around 26, 25 billion every 24 hours to around 13 right now. But all coins have been decreasing, not just Bitcoin. So this is just the boring momentum that might precede a volatile move. And in all indications I still have here is that the next volatile move might be to the upside, continuing the bull market if we don't cross all the trend lines we have. So regarding the weekly chart, we are now crossing the trend line on the RSI for the first time, but on the daily I will check it and see how this goes. But the pattern that I've been discussing in the last few days still maintains, still in order. Everything looks good. If we continue sideways for some more time and then we start to go up again in the next few weeks, and probably already in January 2022, probably we will replicate what happened just before this exponential move to the upside that started in September, October of 2020. So let's see if this continues to develop exactly the same way as this one. So we had the correction, and then we had a few weeks of sideways action, just not moving too much. And if that happens now and we get into January doing exactly the same, we might very well replicate what happened here in September 2020 and then trigger a new parabolic move. So let's see what happens, but we will have to wait. The keyword, as I said already before, is patience. We have to be patient here. There's nothing we can do right now. There are no entries into the market, no exits, no take profits, nothing. You have to wait, and I will show you that on the last chart of today. So let's see how that goes for the weekly chart. That's it for the weekly chart. Now let's continue here. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry for that. Let's continue here to the daily chart. And don't forget, if you want to ask me any questions, please just mention the channel name on the chat so I can see it with the orange rectangle on the name, and that will make it easier for me to see the questions you guys want to ask me, okay? So let's take a look at the daily chart, and here you can see the descending channel I was talking about. Here it is. We have been going down and in navigating the price action inside this channel. We were rejected here several times, several different days, and now we are being supported by the 100 period SMA, the simple moving average on the daily chart. So for now, this decrease of the price action has not gone below the previous swing low. So that's also very good. It means that the support around 54,000 is holding the price, and probably we will not see it lower or much lower than this. If we get below this swing low here, then I will start to evaluate what's happening. But I would much prefer the price action to be supported around the 100 period SMA, and then in the next few days try to break out of this descending channel, which would be a very, very bullish move. On the daily chart, we are already below the trend line, so nothing to see here. This was not supposed to be, but as we go sideways, of course, the trend line on the RSI would have to be broken someday, and that already happened a few days ago. This was around the 15th of November, so 2 weeks ago, this was broken, so nothing really to discuss around here. The MACD is still on very, very low levels. The blue line still below the orange, but we were decreasing the bars to the negative side, and we are now increasing them again. So let's see if the MACD continues to show bearish momentum in the next few days, but for now it is bearish. So we will have to wait and see when the blue line will start to turn up and probably going above the orange line to indicate some daily bullish momentum. Right now, we are just hanging there around $54,000 to $55,000, and that's the support on the daily chart, although we have a sell signal here, but I don't believe that this will continue for much longer until we see a reversal here, or some supports will be broken, and then we have a problem. But for now, everything still looks, overall, the complete market looks bullish. We are still in a bullish momentum, so let's see how that goes there. Let me just check the 4-hour chart to see the BitMEX funding rate, which is not favoring the bulls, as we have already a lot of leverage to the upside here, to the longs, and we are around 0.02, so this is really high compared to the previous few bars here. But that's not good. I don't like this, the fact that we have already too many longs waiting for a reversal of the price action, which will in fact help the bears just continuing to the downside. So in the short term, at the 4-hour chart, this is what we see. The longs are increasing and the funding rate also positive. So in this case, it's favoring the bears. I don't really like it, but that's what we have. I just hope that this correction here does not go below the previous swing low, which was around the $53,700. So let's hope that we don't go below that number, which would be great. And that would also tell me that there are still bulls out there and they are taking advantage on the sidelines of these drops, which might reverse the market soon, as I said, in the next few days, according to the daily chart. Let me take a look here at the Pro Indicators framework. We are already at the bottom of the trend channel. So, and just above the 50% line of the context, which is good. The context continues to go up. And as you guys see here, this is the daily chart on the Pro Momentum, on the Pro Indicators, Pro Indicators framework. And on the daily, we still have some room to the downside to around 53,500. This is where the trend channel is now, the bottom, and the top is also coming a bit down. However, the context continues to go up. So this indicates that overall this market continues to go up, and we had a reversal after this $28,800 here. And as we were going sideways with the context, we are now the context is now going up because of this very, very bullish momentum we had that took us to a new all-time high, and that's why the momentum is now going up. And the difference between the boxes indicates that we are really going fast. So this correction is not really scaring me, and as I said, patience is the key word right now. So we have to wait that probably this will replicate what we had here when we had the first correction around $53,000, $52,900. When we had an ABC correction to the downside, this pennant, the descending pennant here, which was in fact very, very bullish, we touched the low around here, around the 21st of September. We went up, then we came back down for a retest, which was above the lowest level here. And we might be very well replicating the same. So this is the small curve after the low of the lows there, after this correction. And this is also the small circle that we might be doing to have a retest, not going below the previous swing low, and then continuation to the upside. That's what I'm waiting, in fact, that will happen in this chart. And probably we will have it soon. In the next few days, we will see what might happen. So I'm not saying we are not going lower. We might be going to 53,800, 53,700, but as long as we don't go below the previous swing low. That's the most important thing, and we could just replicate what happened in this wave 2, corrective wave 2, after going to 53,000. Okay, so that's my short-term analysis here. Let me just take a look at the dollar. The dollar continues to have difficulties going above here, above the MRI top we had 2 weeks ago, and nothing really to discuss about the dollar. It is just maintaining these doji candles here, not going higher or lower, so there's nothing really important to discuss. Gold continues to be bearish. We are now below the 100 period on the weekly chart. That's not a good sign for gold, and the moving averages are converging all at the same point here, which will form a very, very strong resistance in case gold finds support again on top of this descending channel and tries to reverse the price action to the upside. The S&P, however, big news on the S&P. Let me check how much was this drop. So price range, let me check here. We have, I want to do it exactly as it should, to the lowest point. We had a 5.2% drop on the S&P. So as I said, this was this sign here that we had these dojis were already telling me in the past few weeks that the S&P would probably have a correction, and this is now happening. We have already a 5.2% correction, and we also have a sell signal, so we might be in for some more time of price action on the S&P going to the downside. Let's see if the 20-period SMA supports the price, which in my opinion it will, but we might see a bit lower levels just before having a reversal of the price action here. However, this might just be a 1 to 4 candle correction and then continuation to the upside. As you guys know, the amount of dollars being printed right now will of course trigger this market to continue to go up. So that's what I'm expecting in the long term, that we might continue to see this until the dollar implodes. So let's see when that happens. But for now, the S&P has been correcting for 5.2%. Let's see if the 20 period holds the price action there. But no big news here, nothing really important to discuss about this. We knew already that this would be very extended already to the upside, and some correction was due. So that's what's happening again after this short correction we had here, which I don't even know if this was also 5.2% or around that. No, I remember this was around 6%. So we are having the same kind of correction, but just in 2 weeks, and this one was a longer period. Okay, final chart for Bitcoin, and you guys know this already. So we have been navigating around the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level. As I said in many videos already, I'm expecting this to be a reversal, a point of reversal for the price action. If not, there's still a possibility, and I said this in previous videos, that I was giving this a 60 to 70% probability of reversal to the upside. If that does not happen, however, we might revisit the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level, and in that case, I would rather prefer this to happen until the 14th of December max, not after the 15th for sure, because then if that happens, we break this trend line that I have here. And the trend line, you guys know it already. This is a trend line that comes from March 2020, when that thing that is, you know, going around the world making people sick started. So this was that crash, and then this trend line was never broken to the downside until now. So we never had the price action below this trend line, and that is, I hope that continues to be the case. So if we have to revisit the 38% here, it should be done before the 14th, 15th of December. That is the last day that we have the 38% Fibonacci retracement level above the trend line. So if we cross it to the downside, I will start ringing the bells of warning and try to understand what's happening in the markets. But for now, we continue above the trend line, so I don't have any reasons to be worried. And we have plenty of room to revisit the 38.2% Fib level here. If, however, we don't get below the previous swing low, which is this point here, let me just zoom in so you guys can see it better. This is the second, so this is the small circle I was talking about, previously, which might replicate what happened here. We also went to the upside and then came back down, but we never crossed below the previous swing low. And if we don't do it again here, if we don't cross below this level, which is around, let me check, 53,500. So if we don't go below the 53,500 in this attempt to retest those levels, that might be a good indication that we might be in for a reversal of the price action, just like we had here for the second part or wave 3 of this recovery of the price. Okay, recovery of the price. So that's what I see here. I continue to say that we still have 60 to 70% probabilities that we will revisit these lows, but not cross below this and probably have a reversal of the price action. However, we have still a possibility, 30%, probably to 40%, to revisit the 38% fib retracement level. Okay, that's my analysis for now. So don't forget, no entries available in the market right now. I would not recommend anyone to get in or out of the market. We have to wait to see if next levels are achieved. So for me, personally, I will DCA again into the market if we go to 38.2% before the 14th or 15th of December. And if we continue to the upside, I will only get back into the market after we break the all-time high around 69,000. So those are two entries for me. If we go back to 38, that's an entry. If we go above 69,000 in price, so 38% fib retracement level or above $69,000 level, those are the two entries for me if we, in case we reverse the price action to the upside. In case I get into the market here, 38%, I will also get back into the market again if we break the 69,000. If not, probably this is an area to take profit again. Okay, but right now on these levels, this is not the point where you want to get into the market. So not financial advice, but I would not recommend it to anyone doing it now because there's a lot of uncertainty and you have to be patient to see what happens next. Okay, so that's it. Let me just leave this as it was before and let's see if we have any questions. Only one question in the chat. That's not bad. So let's see. I want to keep this video short, of course, because tomorrow we have the weekly live stream where you can also ask all the questions you want for as long as you want. So let's see who asked the question here. And here is, okay. That descending channel on BTC, so this is from Francisco, and that descending channel on BTC USD weekly could be considered a bull flag, or there's not enough price action to confirm that. So that's exactly what I was saying, that this price structure, let me go back to the daily chart where you can see it better. This is usually very, very bullish when we have a breakout. When we have a breakout of this descending, if we continue to go down and if by any chance we break it to the downside, that's not very good. That's in fact very, very bad. But as long as we have, this is the semicircle that I was talking about before, semicircle here. If we don't go below this previous swing low, and if by any chance in the next 1 or 2 or 3 days we break out of this descending channel, that's a very bullish sign that we might be in. So yeah, if you want to call it a bull flag, it could be a bull flag, but I will call it just a breakout of this descending channel. And it's very, very bullish. If we have support around 54,000, 53,000 and a half, which is the level of the previous swing low, and then we have a reversal of the price action and we actually get out of this descending channel, that's a very bullish indication to me. As well as, you know, for anyone that knows this kind of price structure. So in that case, I would say that, yeah, if you want to call it a bull flag, I would say yes, unless we break it to the downside. If we go above and break it above this top line here, the top white line, that's a bullish flag for sure. And that's a bullish indication that the market might see a reversal soon. So yeah, that's it, guys. I don't see, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. So let's wait for the breakout. And if that happens, that's cool. Don't forget, patience. Patience is the key right now. So don't worry too much. Just let the price action develop by itself, and let's see where it will take us. So just to give us a last summary of what I just said, if we break out of that channel, that's bullish. If we have the reversal here just after this continuation to retest the previous swing low, but we don't go below it, that's also a good signal, and we might see a reversal of the price action. In that case, I would get into the market after the breakout of the previous all-time high around 69,000. If we go lower, 38% fib level, that's my entry for DCAing this move down, and that's what I will do for sure. Not financial advice, of course, you guys should decide by yourselves, but that's what I'm going to do. So guys, just before I leave you for today, let me just leave here a message on the screen. As usual, don't forget to follow my Twitter, my personal Twitter account, which is the first one here on top. The one in the middle is the Twitter account for the channel itself. And the third one, very, very, very important. The third one is the Telegram group, where we have already almost 650 people discussing Bitcoin and other markets in general, 24 hours a day. So join us there. I'm also there. You can address me directly if you find me there, of course, but I'm mostly there if I'm not live streaming or recording any videos to put on YouTube. So if you didn't get the links, don't worry, because you can always go to the video notes below and the links are there. So don't worry, just go there and also leave me some comments. People usually forget to leave some comments about the video or your ideas for the next videos. If something you want to be or you would like to see discussed, just leave me some ideas also what you want, what you would like to see. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, gently touch the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and if you are not new, you can subscribe also, and also share it with your friends. Don't forget the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video or go live. So don't forget to do it. And for now, I will just leave you guys with the usual words of wisdom that we have here on this channel.
All right, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Exactly, guys. Let's roll. Don't forget, tomorrow at 3 p.m. we have the weekly live stream of every Saturday. So don't forget, 3 p.m. join us tomorrow, and we will have a bigger live stream with Q&A session, everything, and you can discuss whatever you want. So don't forget to join us tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.